Hi, ALT warriors and all friends of ALT. How is everybody doing? I am Annika Spading. I am the Community Relations Director here at the Amarillo Little Theater, and this is Thursdays at 3. This is a weekly live show where I come to you and talk to you about all the things going on at ALT, all the volunteer opportunities we have going on here, whatever show we might be opening or rehearsing. That's what we do here at Thursdays at 3. And I am so excited to be with you today because tonight is preview night of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. If you've been anywhere on social media at all, you have seen a million of our posts and promos and videos and all the things that we're doing to promote the show. Let me just tell you, it is going to be a whimsical, exciting, talent-filled production. I am so excited to see it. My family's seeing it this weekend. Get your tickets. Get your tickets fast. This weekend is almost completely sold out already. Luckily, we have 3 weekends of this show. So make sure to get your tickets. I'm probably going to say that a million times on this show today. But again, I'm Annika Spading. I'm the Community Relations Director here at ALT. This is my email, annika@amarillolittletheater.org. If you know anyone who's wanting to get plugged into ALT, anyone who's wanting volunteer opportunities, anyone who has promotion ideas or wants to partner with us, any local businesses who want to partner with us, shoot me an email, introduce yourself. I would love to meet up with you, get you involved at ALT, get your family involved at ALT. We want to spread the good news of ALT all over this fantastic community of ours. So that is my email if you ever need to get in contact with me. But let's chat about things going on at ALT. As I said before, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory is opening. Tonight is preview night. Tickets are buy one, get one free. Get your tickets to see this fantastic show. We are so excited to open it. I know that all the cast and the crew, everyone is so excited. Hi, Christopher. Hi. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. We're so glad you're here. You guys feel free to comment anything you want to say to cast and crew, wish them a break a leg. I will put your comment up here so that we can highlight that. I am so excited about this show. You guys, it is going to be so fantastic. There was even a great write-up in the Globe News. If you've seen the paper this week, look at this. How fantastic. And that's just a few of this massive, massive cast of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. We want to thank a special thanks to Shay Williams, the photographer for the Globe News, who took those photos, and Brianna Meistus, who wrote that fantastic write-up in the paper. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And you guys make sure and get a copy of the paper if you haven't already. I also want to talk about our social media promos. You guys be watching out for our social media because we are going ham with the promos for this show, and with good reason. It is so filled with talent. It's so exciting. It's so magical. You're going to want to bring your kids to the show. If you have kids, if you have grandkids, it's going to be so, so great. I've actually specifically avoided popping my head into rehearsals because I really want to be surprised on the day that I come. And I know that I will be. There are so many fun things happening in the Turk lobby and in our main lobby that are going to be for sale before the show and during intermission. And I'm just going to give you guys a little sneak peek. This is one of the perks of joining Thursdays at 3 is you get to see some sneak peeks of the things going on here. So take a look at this. Come on. Doesn't that look so fantastic? I'm going to interrupt myself for a second because we have a great comment. Jackie is asking, how much are tickets for seniors? So Jackie, on Thursdays and Sundays, tickets are $22. And on Fridays and Saturdays, tickets are $25. Thank you, thank you, thank you for commenting that. That is such a fantastic question. Again, Thursdays and Sundays for seniors, $22. Fridays and Saturdays, $25. Thank you so much for your comment. But wasn't that magical with all of the and that show? Um, anyway, things that are going to be, this is a little promo post for you guys to see. The candy is going to be $1, and we have Wonka bars for $3. You can win an ALT season ticket package. Wonka bar has a gold star. How exciting is that? So, so cool. And we have a specialty non-alcoholic beverage for our kids or anyone who does not want an alcoholic beverage. You can enjoy an Oompa Loompa drink. And look at our sweet Oompa Loompa enjoying an Oompa Loompa. So we also want to thank businesses who underwrite our concession. They spark Northfield Coffee, and we are thank you so much. I also want to show you a great little video that I took today. Headshots are ready. And our friend Mike Jones, his brother Mark Jones, had a little fun with his headshot. So take a look. Oh, Mark, you got to love that brotherly love, drawing a little goatee and mustache on your brother. That is so funny. I also want to ask all of you to think about who introduced you to ALT. Think about who introduced you to ALT and thank that person, because ALT is a magical place. It's the place to be. You can comment who might have introduced you to ALT, or just on your own, when you run into that person, or if you want to send that person a text or an email, thank them for involving you at ALT. It's such a magical place, and we want to bring as many people as possible in our community into the fold. So bring a friend to the next show that you see, or bring them to the next volunteer opportunity, and let's get more people involved at ALT. The more, the merrier. Megan says, amazing. Can't wait to see this show. I can't either, Megan. I am so pumped. I am so pumped to see it. Myrtle says, Myrtle says, so excited. We are so, so excited to get this show on stage for our community, for everybody to see. Melissa Stovall, go Mark. Don't encourage him. Don't do it. Anyway, it's such an exciting week here at ALT. We are so pumped to bring this show to you guys. We also want to remind you, this is the last week that you can register for Academy classes. Academy registration is underway. If you haven't signed up for those classes, get on the ball. Get on the ball. You can go to our website, go to Get Involved. Under Get Involved, you can see our fall 2023 class schedule. Then we'll have a list of all the classes available to you. You just click on one of those and get yourself registered. This is the last week you can do that. So make sure to get in and do that. I also want to let you know that our Showstoppers Show Choir, starting next week, is going to be selling Palace coffee to raise money for their big New York City trip that's happening in February. So be on the lookout for our fabulous Showstopper Choir members selling all the Palace coffee things, and make sure to buy things from them, because we have got to get these kids to New York. They deserve it. They're so talented, and we want to represent ALT in New York City. So the next thing that I want to show you is our ALT season ticket packages. These are such a great value, and they're open to you until December. The greatest value is if you get them on the early side. Our Angel memberships, which is that one that you see at the bottom, is the best value, I think, $350 plus a $50 tax deductible contribution. You can exchange your tickets by noon the day of the show, no fees, transferable, and it basically amounts to $15 seats for $30 musical tickets. Again, our ticket prices went up this year, so season ticket packages are going to be the best possible way for you to save money on tickets. We have so many things going on at ALT. We have a partnership with the Amarillo Public Library that we're very excited about, where you can check out tickets to see shows at ALT. We just started with this show. And you can check out those tickets at the downtown branch of the public library. And I have to tell you, all but 4 tickets have been claimed, and that was as of yesterday afternoon. So I don't know if those 4 have gone, but I want to encourage you, if you know someone who maybe can't afford tickets to see the show, or someone you really want to get plugged in to ALT, tell them to go to the library and check out tickets to see the show, and we'll get them in, and they don't have to pay anything for those tickets. So make sure and do that. Take advantage of that opportunity. We love partnering with local businesses and local organizations, and we're so grateful to Stacy Clopton and the team at the public library for partnering with us on this great partnership. We're so grateful for that. I also had the chance this last week to speak at the Joy Luncheon, which is just older youth at First Christian Church. I want to thank Jacob Miller for giving me the opportunity to speak to some of his congregants about things going on at ALT. We have lots of supporters at First Christian Church, lots of season ticket holders, and it was really fun to go over there and speak for a little bit to them. And they provided me a gluten-free lunch, which I'm so grateful for. I really feel like they roll out the red carpet for me every time I'm at First Christian. It's just a great place. So thank you, Jacob Miller, and everybody at First Christian for that. And now it is time for our volunteer of the week. You may have noticed I added a little extra to that. Just, I had some extra time on my hands and just made it a little more fun than it was last week. But our volunteer of the week this week is none other than Jeff Brain. You can barely tell that that's him in this photo. And I have to say, I was really creepy when I took this photo. He has no idea I took this. Jason was pretending to ask me to take a picture of the set piece, and I was really taking a picture of Jeff. So it's a little creepy that I took a picture and a video of him. I'll show you the video in a second without his knowledge. But he and his wife are big ALT supporters and volunteers. His wife, Renee, plays in the pit for us sometimes, and their granddaughter, Emery, is an academy kid. Jeff helped paint. He came during the week. He came Saturday for work call. He helped set lights, and he fixed the Wonka doors. So thank you so much, Jeff. Here's a little creepy footage of Jeff painting. So weird that I did that without telling him anything. Anyway, thank you so much, Jeff. We are so happy to have you here at ALT, and thank you so much for all of your help and all of the things that you do backstage. We're so grateful. As if there wasn't enough going on around here, we have auditions. Yes, that's right. That's how we roll around here. We're putting up one show and we're auditioning for another show. Chemical Imbalance auditions are happening Sunday and Monday, September 10th and 11th. Right here at the Alan Shankles main stage. There's all the information for you. 7:00 p.m. The production dates are October 19th through the 29th. Come and audition for that. Our own Terry Wilson is directing that. It's going to be a fantastic show. If you've never been to ALT before, come meet me. I'm going to be at auditions to introduce myself to everybody. I can't wait to meet you. So come on to ALT and audition for a show. We can't wait to have you. It's just going to be cold readings from the script, which basically just means you'll show up to the theater at 2019 Civic Circle, and you'll sit down and they'll tell you what to read from the script. And then you just do your best acting without ever, unless you've read the show, without ever having seen it before. And it's really fun. So come on and audition for Chemical Imbalance. It's going to be a great show. And Terry Wilson is a fantastic director. I also want to let you know that we need concessions help on Friday and Saturday this weekend for Charlie. If you want to help out with that, you can contact Lissa. There's her email right there, lissa@amarillo-littletheater.org, or you can call our box office at 355-9991 if you want to help with ushering and concessions. That would be really great. I think she already has 3 or 4 people, but she could use 3 more. So if you're willing to do that for Friday and Saturday this weekend, this is going to be a fun one because there's so much going on in the lobby. It's going to be really great, really fun, great opportunity to meet new people. So I highly recommend that you do that. Yes, please join us for that and help Lissa out. That would be so great. Oh, we have some more comments. Yay. Oh, Sarah The amazing Trina Nishimura introduced me to ALT many, many moons ago. I remember Trina. I remember seeing her in Once on This Island. Sarah and I have seen shows together when we were kids at ALT. I feel like having grown up here, I always knew ALT was here. So I don't know that I specifically remember like the first time that I walked through the doors of ALT. But my childhood bestie, Lindsay Speck Massey, I believe introduced me to ALT, and I got to see her perform as Winifred in Once Upon a Mattress with the Academy, and it was so good. It was so, so good. Casey, this is Dennis Humphrey, our Willy Wonka. This is his daughter. I miss the excitement of registering for ALT classes. Oh, I bet you do. Casey is off being amazing in Disney World, and we are so proud of you, Casey. We're so, so proud of you. You just keep it up. Keep the faith, keep your head up. You're doing amazing things. And Casey is a great example of one of our Academy kids who has gone on to major in theater in college, and now she's out working professionally. So if that's something you might dream of doing one day, join our Academy. Join our Academy and take classes and meet new friends and learn new skills, whether you want to do theater as a profession later or not. It's a great way to make friends. It's a great way to have something to do outside of school. Lots of fun shows to do. You can help backstage if you don't want to act or perform. There's so many opportunities for you to do fun things at ALT. So if you haven't registered for Academy classes, make sure to do that, even if you're an adult. We have classes for adults too, so there's really no excuse to stay away from ALT. Now, I would like to hit you before not hit you, but hit you with some fun Charlie facts. I never want to hit you. That's not right. But before I bring on our special guests, I have some fun facts about Charlie and the Chocolate Factory that might surprise some people that I really want to share with you. Casey says, yes, 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 join. Love you so much, Annika. Miss y'all. I love you too, Casey. We love you so much, and we're so proud of you. ALT, everyone here at ALT is behind you. You keep doing what you're doing. We are so, so, so proud. You always have a home to come home to. I know you know that with your family, but you have your ALT family too. So keep doing great things, and we're so, so proud of you. Okay, now I'm going to share with you some fun Charlie facts that might kind of blow your socks off. They kind of blew mine off. Since we're opening the show, most of these facts are about the 1971 film or just about the author Roald Dahl himself. But I thought they were so interesting and fun. And maybe something cool to tell your friends if you need like a fun anecdote at a party and you're like, I don't know what to say, just spit out some fun Charlie and the Chocolate Factory facts. Listen to this. When Charlie and the Chocolate Factory author Roald Dahl was chocolate at his school by sending them to his school for the boys to taste. I guess he went to an room and of course went on. That was pretty cool. Chocolate thing. Willy Wonka was that spies. Companies to each other. During Roald Dahl's childhood, there was a bitter rivalry between British confectionery companies Cadbury and Rowntree's. That's like the Sharks and the Jets, or the Bloods and the Crips, or Patti LuPone and everyone else. The Oompas had in the book, the were called scrumpets. I think a lot of the character whose name wasn't changed bucket with and Mike TV was called Herpes Trout. No thanks. And Violet Beauregard's last name was Glockenberry. Violet Glockenberry. Willy Wonka was also called Mr. Ritchie in the first draft. He got an upgrade. But Dahl renamed him after a boomerang that his brother made when they were kids, which he called a Skilly Wonka. Could have been Mr. Ritchie and the Chocolate Factory, but instead it was named after the Skilly Wonka. Some characters were cut from the final book. The Lost First Draft might have had as many as 15 children visiting the factory. A lot of kids could have had more opportunities to be on stage in the show, but I think 5 is good. Roald Dahl realized this was too many, 15 is too many, and cut the number down to a more manageable 5. Some of the lost character names include Wilbur Rice, Tommy Troutbeck, Clarence Crump, Marvin Prune, Bertie Upside, and Terrence Roper. So I think he did good with the 5 that he got. I like all their names. I think he editing is a good idea. Jackie says, I've been going to ALT shows since I was in high school and I am 75. Wow. I've always wanted to, is it too? Jackie, please take a look at the I'm sorry. I'm kind of getting things. So sorry cutting out. Stick with come and audition. Take a look at this and hang out. You I don't know if you can hear that, but anyway, thank you, Jack. Okay. It's me. My wife would have been turned in. Was a girl named Piper. She would never laugh. She tried to destroy a special powder Wonka invented to get kids out of school, which leads to her getting kicked out of the factory. In an earlier draft, though, she falls into the chocolate river and gets turned into peanut brittle. Next, Dahl wanted a different illustrator at first. This one's kind of cool. Before Quentin Blake became Roald Dahl's illustrator, he actually had a different artist in mind for the first edition of the book, Maurice Sendak, who you might know as the writer and illustrator of Where the Wild Things Are. Maurice was busy, though. Maurice was like, nah, I got other things to do, and didn't illustrate Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. So I thought that was really interesting. Some of you who are in the show might know this, but I didn't. Roald Dahl did not like the 1971 film. That film is a classic now, but it wasn't always a huge hit. It was a bit of a box office flop, making only $4 million, and didn't become a hit until it started airing regularly on TV. Roald Dahl really didn't like the film, like at all. In fact, he called it crummy. He swore that the filmmakers wouldn't get the chance to make the sequel in his lifetime. Yikes. He was really not a fan of the film, which is just shocking to me. Courtney Fraser says, Jackie, please come and audition. Please come, Jackie. We want to have you. Please join us. Now you've got all the pressure of all the Thursdays at 3 viewers saying, come audition. Speaking of a sequel, there's a sequel to the book, in case you didn't know. Not everyone knows this, but Charlie and the Chocolate Factory was followed up with Charlie and the Great Glass Elevator. The plot of the sequel is pretty wacky. The elevator goes into space. They have to fight dangerous aliens called vermicious canids, which you might remember from the movie. And Charlie's grandparents turn into babies. There was going to be a third book called Charlie in the White House, where they meet the president, of course, but Roald Dahl died before finishing it. Sounds like that would have been a wild ride. The chocolate river in the 1971 film was not real chocolate. There's a reason the chocolate river looked watery. It was just brown water. Not very appetizing at all. In the 2005 film, the river was made using real chocolate, though CGI enhanced it in some scenes. So we used modern technology to make it a little bit better in 2005. The kids didn't see the chocolate room before filming, which I think is really cool. To get real reactions out of the child actors in the 1971 film, they weren't allowed to see the fabulous chocolate room set until the cameras were rolling. So all those reactions are real, which I think is just really cool. Those are all the facts that I have for Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I think without further ado, we've got to get to our special guests because they are so, so special. Please help me welcome Dennis Humphrey, our own Willy Wonka. Hi, Dennis.
Hello, how are you?
So good. How are you?
I am good. Yeah, we're just getting ready for an amazing night tonight and a weekend, amazing weekend.
Oh my gosh, it's going to be so, so great. Let's also bring in our own Grandpa Joe, Mike Jones. Hi, Mike.
Hey,
Thank
how's
you
everybody?
so much for joining me today.
Thank you for having me. Yeah.
I'm so excited to have y'all. Okay, I want to know how the week has been. We know that Tech Week is notoriously crazy, but Dennis, fill me in on how it's been for you this week.
So the number one thing that you need to know when you come to the show is that this is a huge technical show. Obviously, it's fun with all the characters and the story that everybody knows, but technically, this is a beast of a show. There are so many special effects, lighting, project. I mean, there's just so many different things that it slowed down Tech Week rehearsals quite a bit, just because we want to make sure we had all that perfect before we get an audience tonight. So we had some long nights for sure, but it was worth it because last night, for the most part, went pretty smooth. And yeah, now we're ready. But it's gonna wow a lot. The acting and performers are gonna wow everybody, but the technical aspect of the show is gonna shoot it over the moon.
Guys, a few comments. Raquel, I'd be able to see. We might love these fun facts. Might not be able to. That's Raquel's watch. Yeah, is so proud. Austin, Austin's so sweet. You guys, I don't think it's letting me pull up the Grandpa. So much. Comments. If you can hear me,
I can.
What experience?
I didn't hear any of that. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, it's kind of cutting in and out.
You guys hear me? I think I might have lost.
Still froze, Annika, if you can hear us.
Okay. Look at some of this real quick.
Okay.
Yes, the fan base is here.
I can see that. There we go.
Dennis and I.
Yeah, you're just gonna have to have us on a regular basis. Yeah, so we can up your viewers live.
Yeah.
So
okay, oh no.
We can hear you a little bit occasionally.
Off and on.
Just sure what's going on today. Sorry, guys.
It's all right. That happens at technical rehearsals too.
Yeah, please bear with us, everybody. Yeah, can you hear me now?
I can, yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Fantastic. Mike, can you tell me about your first ALT experience?
Man of La Mancha, and I have to admit, it was Mark, the brother that said, you ought to go try out,
Yeah.
And so I did. And so Man of La Mancha, and I can't even remember how long ago that was, 20 years plus.
Wow.
So I was in that, and I was in Hello, Dolly with Kathy Durrett, and Damn Yankees with Jason was in there. He was a child. Yeah. And Joseph in the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat.
Yeah.
15 years ago.
Which version? 1, 2, or 3?
Yeah.
We really like that show around here.
Actually, I think it was the second time that ALT had done it.
Okay.
And then my last one though was White Christmas, which will be 10 years.
Wow.
Since I've been on the stage, so I'm a nervous wreck.
Oh my gosh. Well, we're so glad to have you back. I know it's going to be an amazing show. We're so glad that you've come back after a decade, Mike.
Yeah, it's an epic show. It's just incredible. There's so many pieces and parts to this thing. It's tremendous. But I have to give credit where credit's due. I've got 2 grandchildren that are still in the academy, and Colin and Jackson Guyton, and they just brutalized me to try out. Shamed me. And,
Well, we
and
don't
so
typically
I said,
endorse
okay.
bullying, but in this case, we endorse bullying.
So I said, okay, I'll do it. I'll do it. And
Oh my
and
gosh, that's
and
so
they
great.
picked me for some reason. I'm old, white-headed. I fit the part.
Well, we're all going to find out starting this weekend why
Yeah.
you were picked, and I'm sure there are a million reasons why. Um, Dennis, what can audiences expect who might not know anything about the show?
Lots of surprises. Lots of
Mhm.
surprises. Very magical. The first act is setting up the second act, obviously, which always happens in every show, unless it's the play that goes wrong or something like that. But
Right.
the first act is setting up all the kids getting the golden tickets to go tour the factory, and then at the end of Act 1, everybody's going into the factory, and then the whole second act is all about the factory. So, but all the kids, all the Academy kids have their the 5 golden ticket winners have their own song number in Act 1, which is amazing. I think with what Mike said just a minute ago, I want to kind of reiterate just a little bit. One thing that I think people are going to freak out about if they haven't come to ALT in a while is the reminder of how good our ALT Academy is. Whether it was Jason Crispin as a director, Michaela Guerin as a director, or now Harrison, our Academy kids are asked to do a lot. And I've been to quite a few different community theaters, including one in Atlanta this past summer. And their Academy kids were good. I think kids in the theater are good no matter what they do. But there's a difference between doing the 2 and 10 dance and the choreography that our Academy kids are expected to do and was expected to do. And man, our Academy kids blow it out of the water. I love getting to act alongside any of my castmates in the show. All of them are fantastic. They've been so supportive. But Graham Moore, have mercy. I would act alongside him any day of the week with any other seasoned vets, including you, Annika, because that's how good he is. He has come in
Wow.
and he knew his lines from the get-go. By the second rehearsal, he was off book, and that kid doesn't miss a beat. And it's not just him; it's all of our Academy kids. But Graham Moore as Charlie, people are going to be very impressed with him for sure. But our Academy is second to none, and has been for years.
I am so glad that you mentioned that, Dennis, because this cast has 58 cast members and 38 of them are children.
Yeah.
And so the majority of the cast are kids, and I am so excited to see what they're going to do on stage. And I really appreciate you making that comment, Dennis, because we're very blessed to have so many talented kids and so many talented teachers who are training those kids here at the Academy. Megan says Jackson and Colin are so proud of their pawpaw.
No, what's funny, what you're missing, Annika, is at the end of the night, after we all get undressed, then they come into the dressing room and wait for Pawpaw to take them home. It's as sweet as it can be.
Oh.
I remember the days when I got to act alongside my kids on stage, and now that they're kind of off and gone, getting to watch Mike do it with his grandkids now. It's special. It's cool, really cool. Jeff Wyrick with Grady and Emma. I mean, we have some parents and kids, and I love it every time we get to see that.
That is so cool. Mike, I wanted to ask you, has the music been difficult? Like, are the I've heard Jacob Miller is playing in the pit, and he told me this is some of the most complicated music he's ever played.
It is very complicated, and my stuff is relatively easy, but Dennis's stuff, it can really be complicated.
Wow.
With multiple rhythms and some crazy, anyway, and of course all the lyrics are crazy, but
yeah,
you really have to listen. But it's a lot of fun. It's
it is now.
Music. Well, yeah,
it is now.
Yeah.
Now that you've got it down, it's fun.
Right.
Dennis, are there songs that we would remember, like from the film, in the show?
Oh, sure, for sure. Candyman opens the show. Candyman can. Pure Imagination. Those are the two main ones.
Okay.
I think they've updated, they've added some songs for the Broadway show. Like I said, each of the kids have their own song and really dance number just as well as a song. It's not just someone standing and singing on stage. There's lots of choreography everywhere with every song. But those are the two main ones. When we got the music and I started listening to the soundtrack after I got the part and started listening to the soundtrack, there's some great songs. Those are the two main ones that everybody will know. But my favorite one is the very last scene of the whole show. I wouldn't have thought it would be, but it became my favorite scene and song of the whole show. And it's completely different. And usually most musicals end with a huge number or big bang. And this one is more of the sobriety. So it's
Oh, I
a little
love
bit
that.
different. I'm not going to tell you what happens or anything like that,
Okay.
but it definitely ends different. But that song is absolutely beautiful that we finished the show with.
I cannot wait to hear that, especially now that you're saying it's your favorite scene in the show. About how long does the show run?
That's
You guys
it's
know?
about 7 hours.
Yeah, give or take 6 to 7, 7.5, somewhere in there.
See,
But you'll love every minute.
I asked you that even though I already know the answer. I was just going to give you a
keep
chance.
saying get season tickets because the price has gone up. We are making sure you get your money's worth.
Absolutely.
I think technically the show should be right at 2 hours, 2 hours, 10 minutes, somewhere right in that range. I think both acts are very similar to length, and I think it's supposed to be between an hour 5 minutes for each act, and then you have the intermission. So it's not a very long musical,
Right.
and it goes pretty quick. But I think it's going to be around 2 to 10. That's a big guesstimate, but
You're right. You're right. Since I happened to already know that. Congratulations, you got the answer right. This wasn't actually a test, but you did pass.
Okay, good.
I really wanted to say that out loud, especially for parents who are bringing kids who might be concerned about the length of the show, especially if tickets are sold out for a matinee and you want to come to an evening, but you're concerned with kids. This is shorter as far as our typical musicals go. This is on the shorter side. So I do want to encourage you. We're bringing our 6-year-old to an evening show. We're not really concerned about that. And so I just wanted to make sure to let all the moms and dads and grandparents and aunts and uncles out there know that it's shorter as far as musicals go. I wanted to ask you guys, especially since you're seasoned performers, have these been challenging roles for you?
I don't think it's been that challenging of a role. What I notice is being older, it's harder to focus,
Interesting.
on stage.
Yeah.
There's interruptions. You let every little thing squirrel, something happens and
literally.
Exactly.
We're not going to give it away.
We're not going to give it away.
Squirrels.
And so you kind of lose focus, or you can't hear what's going on across the stage and stuff like that. That's one of the things. It's such a large show with so many things going on that those of us that have to spend any time off of the stage, we're intently watching these scenes that we don't get to see.
Yeah.
Because they're tremendous performances, that happen when Dennis and I are off the stage, me especially. But I was going to say about the Academy kids a while ago that I'm primarily on stage the entire act 2, as Dennis is, and I'm behind the Oompas almost all the time. And I'm just watching intently, trying to interact and stuff like that. They are amazing with their steps and everything. I could never get all that stuff done, but they're incredible kids.
Yeah, this show has been crazy for me in the sense that while I've been in plenty of musicals, I haven't had a lead in a musical. So I think I've got 5 or 6 songs on my own that I'm kind of leading, and I have never done that. So that was the hardest part for me, was learning. Yes, I can hear you. There you are. You're coming back. Blurry, but you're coming back. Or not. There she is.
I'm so sorry, guys. I promise I was trying to listen. We're having some major technical difficulties today, but thank you for your response.
Hopefully it won't carry on.
Yeah. I wanted to share with everybody. Vanessa Hill says, super excited to see you tonight. Raquel is letting us know the show runs 6 to 7 hours. Thank you, Raquel. Jason chimes in. Actually, Act 1 is 1 hour and 13 minutes. Thank you, Jason, for that. And Kathy Durrett, break a leg, Mike and Dennis. Thank you for your comment, Kathy. Guys, sorry so much for the technical difficulties today.
That's all good.
Sorry. What would you say, either one of you can feel free to answer this. What would you say to someone who may want to start volunteering at ALT, but they're nervous about not knowing anyone?
just takes 5 minutes. I mean, there's so many of these cast members that I've never worked with before, and they have supported and brought me in and, loved me through this thing. And they're just good people. It becomes the ALT family that I knew 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So
yeah, the crew is absolutely destroying it. And our crew, when we say crew, sometimes you think 3 or 4 people. I don't even know how many people are on our crew for this. There are a lot.
Huge.
Jamie is back there, and he is, kind of the stage manager backstage, and he's doing amazing. But everybody, Cameron, the girls. I mean, we have Academy kids that are on crew, from Joa all the way up to like Sydney and Bodie, and then into the adults. But the crew is absolutely amazing. But it's been fun to watch because every time we come in, obviously there's something new on stage or something that's been put up, and they're still working on it at 7 o'clock or 6 o'clock whenever you walk in. Gary Paul is, he won the Volunteer of the Week here a couple of weeks ago, and he made ice cream floats for everybody as we exited the building at the little gazebo. Had ice cream with the ice chest and ice cream and Coke and root beer, and was giving everybody free ice cream floats just because of how hard everybody's working. But at the same time, like I said, the crew has been working just as hard, and who knows how many hours some of them have put in, but they're the other part of this that makes everything look so good. So when you come in and you see the stage for the first time, and you're in awe and wonder because it is ginormous and it is awesome. When you see that, just don't think about the actors that are there. The crew doesn't get the curtain call that we get, which is sometimes not fair, but that's part of being on the crew. And man, they played just as integral a part as everybody else is.
I appreciate that comment so much, Dennis. I was chatting with Noah, our technical director, earlier today. He was setting some light cues and things like that, and getting some notes from last night's rehearsal that he was getting fixed today. And I was asking him, because it's obviously, if you're here in the building, you can see it's such a massive set. And I was in Legally Blonde in 2019, which was a huge, huge set. And he was saying, this rivals that. Especially because it doesn't have the size of units that Legally Blonde did. The units in Legally Blonde that they roll on and off stage were absolutely huge, but there are so many small units that it's like Tetris back there.
It is.
Noah and Michael and Brandon have done an amazing job on these sets, and Tana designing the set, and of course all the volunteers helping at work call. I so appreciate your comment, Dennis, because it really does take a village to make these shows go up.
It does. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Between that, the production crew, the production team, and then all the cast, it's well beyond 58 people. I have no idea. I mean, we're like 75, 100. I mean, it's somewhere between range somewhere. It has
for
to
sure. Yeah. For sure.
And the crew is so intent about making sure that we, the actors, are safe. They're constantly asking us how they can improve something so that we're going to be a little safer. I mean, it's an incredible machine of
that
really
is so
sweet,
important.
wonderful people.
I'm so glad to know that, because, just because you're volunteering doesn't mean that you should put your life on the line. Casey says, I so wish I could see this show. I know it's going to be so amazing. I am so proud. What an honor to have a daughter who loves her dad so much. That is so fantastic. Thank you for your comment, Casey. Is there anything else you guys want people to know about this show?
Oh my gosh. Come have fun in the audience.
Yeah.
That's what I want. Yeah. I mean, every actor, when they go out on stage, they want an audience reaction. And I know a lot of people, especially coming to the theater for first time, they don't realize that it's okay to yell and clap. But the better the audience, I guarantee the better the show, because the actors feed off the audience. So come in prepared to have a good time, but have a good time. I mean, we want you to have a good time at ALT anytime you walk in, but we want you to show not just your appreciation. We want you to show us that you're having a good time, so that we will relax and have a good time also.
Fantastic. Vanessa says, I'm doing it. Full support here.
Yes.
So Vanessa will be with you tonight when she comes to see the show. Thank you for your comment, Vanessa. Mike, anything you want to say before we head out?
Jason said the other night to to the cast and crew, this is an epic show.
Yeah.
And that's something you could just throw out there.
Right.
This is an epic show. And from start to finish, you don't always go see a show and leave singing and humming the songs.
Yeah.
You're gonna walk out to the parking lot singing and humming and dancing.
Good.
I mean, that's when you've been there.
Yeah, and it's something a little bit different to do. It's different than going to the movies. It's different
Right.
than, going and shopping or whatever. It's a full experience. Live, that's what I love about live theater, is that every single show will be different because there's a different audience. It's a different day. Every
Different
single
line you forgot, whatever.
right. What I mean, anything goes really. But that it is so great to be a part of a live theater performance because anything can happen. And people kind of pick up and keep on going, or maybe the audience is extra loud that day and maybe the cast feeds off of that. Dennis and I were talking before the broadcast today, and he was telling me how ready this cast is for an audience, because if you've never done a show before, especially a show like this one that really feeds on audience participation and audience reaction, it starts to feel a little bit flat because people like Jason and the crew and people who have seen the show a million times don't react like they did the first time 3 weeks ago. They've seen it over and over and over again. And this will be a fresh audience full of hundreds of people who have never seen the show before. So we're so excited for preview night tonight.
Yeah, all 3 shows this weekend are already in yellow. Only 10 seats remaining for tomorrow night. So if you haven't got tickets, go online, call the box office, get your tickets, because after tonight's show, it's going to start feeding, and we all know how it's going to go. So, call the number at the bottom of your screen right there, over there, and go to the website. But you better get your tickets now, because literally this next week, I have a feeling that it's going to be like a wildfire, and it's going to sell pretty fast.
I agree with you. Once word of mouth goes, those tickets are really going to start to fly. So if you want to get tickets with really good seats, especially for next weekend and the weekend following, definitely call and get your tickets. We have some more comments that I want to add in. Austin Jones, Papa, I'm so proud of you. Can't wait to see my family perform. The songs are already stuck in my head.
I watched Austin grow up at ALT,
Aww.
And so we didn't get to be in a show. So,
well, Austin is now teaching my 6-year-old daughter, Liv, in her Creative Dramatics 2 class. So I am very grateful for Austin. And she was a wonderful camp director this summer. We are so grateful to Austin. And she was wonderful in Frozen. Vanessa says, so true. Break a leg. You got this. Thank you guys so much for your comments. I want to tell you guys, call the box office and get your tickets. I'm going to put that banner up here one more time, 355-9991. Or you can get your tickets 24 hours a day. Our box office is only open 10 to 5 Monday through Friday. So if you want to get your tickets this evening online, when the box office is closed, go ahead and do that and get your tickets. Tonight is buy one, get one free. Definitely get your tickets for the show as quickly as you can. Like we were saying earlier, word of mouth. Oh my goodness, those tickets are going to fly. Austin says, I love Sweet Liv. Thank you, Austin. Thank you. I love her too. I want to let everybody know there are 3 matinee opportunities, which are great for kids. So definitely look at matinees if you're concerned about having them out in the evenings around bedtime and things like that. Matinee opportunities are really great. And I want to remind you that there is a specialty cocktail that we're really excited about. I showed it earlier, but I didn't show it, but the specialty cocktail is called the Everlasting Gobstopper. And then, of course, we'll have a specialty drink that's non-alcoholic for kids or anyone who does not want to consume alcohol called the Oompa Loompa. That is an orange, very tasty drink that you're definitely going to want to try. So definitely do that. Of course, we're going to have candy for sale in the lobby. It's really, the show starts the moment you walk in the door. Before the curtain goes up, the show starts as soon as you walk in. You can buy candy. You can buy Wonka bars. We're also going to have an opportunity. We have a giant thing of gumballs. It's Violet Beauregard's. It's like a gum guessing thing. You pay $1 to guess how many gumballs are in the big jar. And if you win, you get a $50 prize. Wow. And also inside the Wonka bars, some of them have golden stickers hidden inside. And if you happen to get a golden sticker, you win a season ticket package.
Whoa.
Definitely want to buy a Wonka bar for sure, especially if you're interested in seeing the rest of the shows this season, because you get free season tickets. So that is a pretty great perk.
Yeah, it is.
Get your tickets to see this show, guys. We are so excited. I can't wait to see y'all on Saturday. I'm so pumped. Thank you guys both for being here. Thank you, Mike, and thank you, Dennis. I cannot wait to see you on stage. We are so looking forward to it. And I hope you guys stay healthy and get rest and have a great rest of your run. Thank you so much for being here.
You're the best, Annika. Appreciate you
so much.
Thank you guys so much. We'll see you later.
Take care.
All right. Bye.